This video is going to focus on the marketing tab. So let's go ahead and click on the marketing tab. Now once we're in here, we're going to see campaigns, postcards, flyers, and buyer's tour. We're going to focus mainly on the stock campaigns in this video. In the next video, volume 2 of marketing, what we're going to do is talk about custom campaigns. So let's go ahead and get started. Signature object options. Your campaigns will be sent using the standard header for your account signature. Now this was set up in your profile. So if we click here to change signature, you're able to manipulate any changes you want to your signature. You can change it from a standard header or standard footer, right column, or you can come over here and create a custom header or footer. Now again, we've already discussed that in another video, so what we're going to do is jump back over here into the marketing tab. I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of the fact that you can change that signature in this area as well. Now if we look at some of these stock campaigns, again down here at the bottom, create custom campaign, we are not going to discuss that in this video. This will be in the next volume of videos. So, however, we will be looking at stock campaigns. Now, the reason they're called stock campaigns is because they're preset. They were created for you. That way you don't have to build anything out on your own if you'd rather not build anything out. However, you will be able to apply all of your clients to a series of these drip marketing systems based on relevance. So obviously, we wouldn't put somebody on a first-time buyer's drip marketing if we've been working with them for a long time. Obviously, we wouldn't put a renter on an owner campaign. So these campaigns are designated to a specific audience, and it's up to you to choose those audience members who will receive these drip marketing systems. The drip marketing is basically email marketing. Instead of sending out mailers, people can now send out emails to advertise their business or to stay in contact with their clients. Now, this is the most important part to remember. Drip marketing is simply there for you to stay in touch with your client base. So every time you have a new client, a new lead, it's pretty important to set them up on one of your drip systems that are relevant to your relationship with that lead or that client. Now, if I open up one of these, if I click on buyers, clicking on this vanilla folder, you're able to expand the drip marketing so you can see each and every event. And each and every event allows you to see which day the series begins to start. Day 1 means the first day that you add a client to this drip system, they're going to receive the first series. And then at day 4, they receive Introduce Property Research Center. Day 10, Pre-Qualification and Pre-Approval. And day 22, the last event in the series, Common Defects Found During Inspection. Now, this is a 4-part drip system scattered out over 22 days. Actually 21. So over a 3-week period, whomever you add to this campaign is going to receive these 4 events over a 21-day period of time. You can even preview. So if we click on preview, this is what they will receive on day 1. Intro to experienced buyers. Now it's not going to say preview, obviously. They're going to receive the actual email, and you have to use your creative imagination at this point, because at the bottom in this empty space down here is where your signature will go. So the information will be in the body of the email and your signature will be below. So that information is very important to include whenever you send out your email, and it's automatically attached to all your drip marketing, so you don't have to worry about that. LeadStreet has done it for you. If we click on close window, you're able to preview each and every one of these series. And you can look at that information to ensure that this is the information that you want to send to a specific client that would be relevant for them to read. Adding a group or adding recipients to a drip system. If we click on recipients, I've got 2 different custom groups that I've created. One called opportunities and one called received clients. So if I wanted to add received clients to this drip system, I would click on received clients and click on update recipients. So now LeadStreet knows whom will receive this drip system. Now if I come over here to settings, this is where I turn this on or off. So I can control if this is starting or if I want to hold off and wait until I have a certain amount of clients in a specific group. Whatever the reason, we can hold off on sending this if we're not ready to send to any of our clients just yet. But when we are ready, we can click on and update. This will allow this campaign to be sent out to any of the contacts that are included within that specific group. Now we can look at other campaigns. Obviously, first-time homebuyer has 7 letters, so that's 7 series. can look at that. 7 series over 94 days. Owners, we've got a series of 7 letters here as well over 94 days. Relocation, 4 letters over 21 days. Sellers, 5 letters over 30 days. Monthly newsletter, this is an interesting one. This is sent out on the same day every month. This campaign is a little bit different than the previous campaign we looked at where it was just text. If we click on a preview of the month we're in, which is actually September, we can see that it has graphics. So it's not as one-dimensional as text only. It provides a little bit more information. These campaigns that are sent out on a monthly basis typically have something to do one way or another with home ownership. So this will go out on the 3rd of every month automatically to whomever you place into this drip system. Welcome new client. Why is it that we can't assign a recipient to this specific campaign that has 3 events in a 20-day period? It's because this is designed to go out to clients after they have signed up. So this information is sent out to all of your clients that you receive as leads through LeadStreet. So if we click on settings, all you have to do is turn this on. You don't have to apply any contacts to the welcome email drip system campaign. All you have to do is turn it on, and every time you accept a new lead, this 3-event drip system will begin automatically for you. That's why it doesn't ask that you add recipients, because it will do it for you as leads come in to your LeadStreet platform. So in the postcards area, you are able to select a templated postcard depending on what you want to send. There are holiday cards, there are Remax cards. Of course, we see some with the balloons, we see some with just a logo and a header. What you're able to do is preview a postcard and determine the layout. So obviously this is a left-aligned header right here with the balloon and some winter foliage, but you're able to pick and choose the templates that you think would work well, and of course this is where you enter the text. So this is basically a postcard that will help you send a specific message. Now, as we can see, if we scroll down here, we have patriotic postcards, home anniversary, miscellaneous, open house. So again, there's a variety of different postcards that you can use to send to your clients. Now, if we click on select, we're actually going to be able to start entering some content into this postcard. Now, the good thing about this is we can come up here to 2, so that way we can add a specific client or a specific group. So this doesn't have to be sent to just one individual. It can be sent to a group of individuals. Now, what we can also do, manipulate the signature position. So it's defaulted to right column, or what we can do is click on none, because as we see here, customer signatures, options, and placement not available when sending postcards because the postcards are preset. They have a preset template, and we are entering our content around that templated content. So that's why the signature feature is not available to manipulate. We can turn it on, which it's defaulted, or turn it off. What we can also do is add quite a bit of information. So since we're in a framed area here, we see the border, when we enter text, we can enter as much information as we would like. What we're also able to do is come here to display image library, which means we will be able to add images to this postcard, and we'll be able to manipulate those images. So if you have an image of a flyer that you want to send out and you want to put it in one of these postcards so it looks a little fancier, you're able to do that. What you can also do is utilize the toolbar here to manipulate the text and the font, basically like a very miniature version of a Word document. Not to be too overwhelming, but yet it allows you a little bit of manipulation to the text that you're writing. And once you're finished, you can come down here, scroll down to the bottom, preview the email, send it now, or send at a later date. So if you know that the anniversary of one of your buyers is coming up next week, but you want to go ahead and put this information together because you know you're going to get busy, you can create this postcard to this email that you're going to send directly to your client, and go ahead and create it now and have it automatically sent on a future date. And what you can also do is scroll up here to the very top and click on send me a copy of this email. That way you know when it goes out because you were copied on the email to stay in contact. That is the whole point. That's what drip marketing does. It allows you to stay in contact with the clients that you've served, perhaps clients that you're in the process of helping, or clients that you're in the process of nurturing a relationship into an opportunity. Let's go ahead and click on Flyers. Now, flyers is an interesting tab because even if you don't have any listings of your own, you are actually able to utilize another flyer in your office that will have your information. As we see, I have no listings. If I come down here and click on one of these office listings, and I want to choose a photo flyer. As we look over here, we have the detail flyer, and the floor plan flyer is dormant. It's dormant because this listing does not have a floor plan added to it in the MLS. If you want to use a floor plan flyer, you have to upload a floor plan into the MLS for this listing or into LeadStreet. That way we can actually create a floor plan flyer. So once we select the photo flyer, we can click on Email Selected Flyer. Now, even though this is not my flyer, it still has my information because we're in my account. That's how LeadStreet is designed to work. It's designed to help you market yourself and your business. So even though we know that this belongs to somebody else, if we were holding an open house or if we were sending a listing to a buyer, at least it's showing our information. That way we can continue to market ourselves as an agent. What we can also do in flyers is we can customize flyers. So we can customize a blank flyer, a detail flyer, floor plan, again if you have it uploaded, photo flyer, summary flyer, and thumbnail flyer. That way we can customize it the way we want this flyer to look. We can also come down here to Buyer's Tour. Now the Buyer's Tour is going to allow us to enter up to 15 different MLS IDs to create what's called a buyer's tour. Again, it'll have our information. We can print it out or we can email it. It's going to have a breakdown of a series of different listings that we want to send to a buyer, potentially somebody who's new to the area or maybe a first-time home buyer who isn't necessarily sure what kind of property or where they want to purchase. So now that I've added 15 listings into the MLS fields, what we can do now is click on Create Tour. This is going to allow us to see all the different listings that were in our system. Now, if we click on Continue, this is what this buyer's tour will look like. So we can send it to a specific client or clients. And what we're also going to be able to do is put in a message. And of course, we can put in listing notes next to every one of these single listings. So if we come back up here to the top, first we want to click to a specific recipient or group. Click on OK. So this is who this is going to go to. Of course, I can send myself a copy. Scroll back down here to the bottom, click on Send. And first of all, we're going to preview. So here we go. It's going to show our information and it's going to show all these listings. And had I put in listing notes, there would be notes next to each one of these listings. But of course, all these are hyperlinks, so if they want to learn more about this specific listing, they can click on the details and learn everything they need to learn about this property. Print previews the same way. We can print this out, or we can cancel and add a series of different listings. That's all we're going to be discussing on this video. Again, stay tuned for Volume 2 of drip marketing, because then we're going to discuss how to create custom drip marketing campaigns.